Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. I'm SocietySucks and today I'm checking out the craziest projects that were almost a reality by BlueJay.
If humanity and suspended cartoon pianos have anything in common, it's their uncanny knack for failure time and time again. Whether it be a New Year's resolution or returning home with the milk,
Oh, those
humans
almost
don't always
never
accomplish
stick.
everything they set out to do. But while these abandoned goals can leave weight sets dusty or children
I think
with
99% of people
sometimes
fail New Year resolutions.
So it's probably best left in the good old idea box. And in a world where people
They stick to it maybe like 1 week and then
imagine
who cares?
the zany proposals that didn't make the cut. Now let's take a look at some of the crazy. Is that a flashbang?
Oh no.
Go. Package secured, extracting now. I've got your 6.
The box, it's gone! Mother, they must have tracked our location. Timmy, what are you doing on your phone? I'm just browsing iFunny. Okay, we need to talk about that later, but you're on public Wi-Fi. You should be using NordVPN to hide your location. That must be how they found us. Who's they? No time, we need that box. This looks like British equipment. Luckily, the UK is one of over 60 countries NordVPN has servers in. Use it to change our location to London. Okay, what now? They're Brits. How many miles is it to the Royal Palace? Actually, it's kilometers. You mean kilometers, right? Civilized people use kilometers.
Jerry.
What's all this, you mean? There, go Timmy!
Jesus.
Anyway, NordVPN is a fantastic service that protects your personal information while going about online
I'm surprised
activities.
he hasn't been
And if you're
stabbed yet. I mean, he
there's
is
a
in the
risk-free
UK.
30-day money-back guarantee.
He should have been stabbed already.
NordVPN.com/BlueJay.
Kinda weird that he hasn't.
For a ridiculously huge discount. Thank you, NordVPN, for sponsoring the video. Oh, good. So as I was saying, let's take a look at some bonkers canceled projects. The people of 19th century London were not that different from us. They face similar day-to-day challenges that plague our lives today.
I don't know about that one.
They lose their stable boy. Or instead of asking, where can I fit these groceries? They had, where can I fit these thousands of bodies? In the early 1800s, London was frantically searching for a solution for what to do with all their dead. Cemeteries were beginning
Just
to
do
find
what
themselves
France did,
increasingly full.
catacombs.
And seeing as how the residents weren't moving out, the lazy fucks, answers were desperately needed. And in 1820, architect Thomas Wilson came up with one such solution. Hey there, chap, that pyramid's rather neat, isn't it? You know what would make it better? 5 million bodies. At the time, London was going through an Egyptian craze with artifacts pouring in from the land of
Oh,
the
so they
Nile.
wanted to make
Topic
a
that really deserves
pyramid
video
full of
its
dead
own.
bodies?
Influenced by this popularity, Thomas Wilson proposed the Metropolitan Sepulchre. This pyramid would have towered 94 stories on 18 acres of land, overlooking London on Primrose Hill, serving as a nice little reminder in the sky of your impending doom. You know, in case the air wasn't enough. While most plans featured in this video are rather ridiculous, the Death Pyramid actually wasn't that crazy.
This
of an
doesn't
idea.
seem that
With a
bad.
capacity of 5 million, it would have stored an equivalent of 1,000 acres of traditional cemetery land. To add to its practicality, the summit was to be used as an astronomical observatory, because all the best research is fueled by the screams of the damned. And what did Wilson plan to do if the pyramid got full? Just build a new one. Giza got 3. But like all fun things in life, public opinion saw the downfall of the Death Pyramid. This could have something to do with the fact that Wilson claimed, it will teach the living to die and the dying to live forever. But I think Industrial Revolution London already had that lesson down. Furthermore, there were concerns that the sheer weight of the thing would literally crush Primrose Hill. We all know how Londoners like their curves. Ultimately, people preferred a wild and free Primrose Hill, with the opening of multiple private cemeteries on London's countryside being the final nail in the coffin.
You know, that makes me wonder, where do all the dead bodies go today? Because cities with millions of people, what is done with those whose life just ends? There's no way there's enough cemeteries for all of them, right? Where do they get transported?
So unfortunately, the Park Cemetery beat out the Death Pyramid as the go-to burial method. But could you imagine? Mother, I miss Grandpappy. Don't you worry, James. Your
He's
grandfather
right there.
will always be watching over you. In the modern era, many strides have been made towards improving the lives and rights of the LGBT community, resulting in more acceptance of homosexuality in today's culture than ever before.
Okay, that in the middle, that is horrific. That makes me want to do something bad.
And as with all things,
Makes me want to commit something.
One pressing question.
I can't say it on YouTube.
It? In 1994, researchers at Air Force's Wright Laboratory
Oh yeah,
in
the
Ohio
gay
set out
bomb.
to do just that, exploring the potential for a gay bomb.
Yeah, I saw this in a different
No,
video
not the
already.
fun kind. We're talking
Psychochemical warfare.
In a 3-page proposal to the Department of Defense, they described how the bomb would disperse a gas over enemy camps that would, quote, cause enemy soldiers to become gay and to have their units break down because all their soldiers became irresistibly attractive to one another. Basically, the idea was to help the enemy combatants make love, not war. So we can make war. The document
Yeah.
acknowledged that no such chemical existed at that point, but promised further research into the little explored world of pheromones and aphrodisiacs should their $7.5 million proposal get approved. The basis for the idea seems to have originated from
Just
how
use a regular
copulants were
bomb and
marketed as
turn them into
aphrodisiacs in
dust.
perfumes and colognes since the
It's far
70s,
more
but
effective.
that remains more in the realm of pseudoscience, seeing as how the claim was based on just some observations of monkey behavior, not quite the definition of a serious or controlled scientific study. Regardless, the proposal made its way to the Pentagon, and I like to imagine it went a little something like this.
It got that
Corporal,
far?
what do you got for me? Proposal for a new nuclear warhead that maximizes radiation damage to farmland. About time, push it forward. The army wants to weaponize honeybees in Iraq, so they... Yeah, sure, fine. Wright Laboratory gave us this proposal for a gay bomb that... Corporal, are you mad? We are the United States of America, for Christ's sake. It is our duty as the leaders of the free world to draw the line on what is just and inhumane.
That's
Understood, Major.
BS.
Consider it scrapped. The FBI think they can overthrow Castro using child sleeper agents and doped up spinner dolphins. How fast can they have it done? The Department of Defense scrapped the proposal pretty quickly, and the gay bomb never saw any real development. But I mean, come on, the idea was pretty ridiculous. There's nothing that can just turn any man gay. It's the early 1920s, and America's having
I don't know what that
time.
was.
They got jazz, that one Fortnite dance, and a stock market that could never get depressing. The Great
called
War may
it
be over,
the
but a
Fortnite
great age
dance.
has just begun. Right, Europe?
That makes me mad.
Oh right, the war happened here. Spur any change? Ew. Unlike the US, the years immediately following World War I didn't prove fruitful for much of Europe. The continent was experiencing a sharp rise in unemployment, overpopulation, and a looming energy crisis.
Yeah, because Europe was actually affected by the war, which the United States wasn't. Same with World War II.
Noting these issues, German architect Hermann Zorgel sought to kill multiple government drones with one stone, using his continent-uniting project, Atlantropa. Now, I know what you're thinking, and no, unfortunately, Atlantropa wasn't a plan for a massive Atlantis-themed water park. In fact, quite the opposite. Instead of a large influx of water, the project called for the draining of water. A lot of water.
Why?
Like a sea's worth. Specifically, Zorgel
What?
wanted to partially drain the Mediterranean Sea by building a series of dams. The
Oh, I've
Mediterranean
heard
is
of this.
naturally evaporative, with water flowing in from the Atlantic.
That would have been a
across the
horrible
Strait of
idea.
Gibraltar would naturally lower the sea level over time, and Zorgel planned to drop it by up to 200 meters, creating over 660,000 square kilometers of new land for living space. Europe and Africa.
There's many reasons why this would have been a terrible idea. I'm just gonna say this. I don't think all the countries which are around the Mediterranean would appreciate all of their ports becoming useless because they're now inland instead of on the coast.
Would unite into a new supercontinent, with all its energy needs being met by the new dam, the construction of which would provide the unemployed masses with work for decades. The plan initially saw a lot of support from the German public, but not so much so from countries actually on the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
This could have something to do with the fact that the fishing villages weren't all that keen on becoming mountain ones, and places like
Oh yeah,
Venice
that's
would pretty
basically
much
what I
lose
was.
their entire
Okay, I guess
identity.
I
But come on, ocean
didn't have
views
to
are
pause it.
overrated. Things are great in Germany. Africa wasn't a fan either. Something about giving Europeans easier access to their lands didn't quite sit right with them. But their opinion mattered about as much as a post on Apple's feedback page.
Yeah, true.
Basically we'd merge together as one continent, and we could build railroads to you guys, making travel extremely convenient. What do you think?
أخشى عليه من الجبل طال غيابه هذه المرة.
I know, great, right? Say, how much concrete do you have? Zorgel later pitched the project to the Nazis after they took over, noting their desire for living space, but they weren't all that interested in the plan.
Lebensraum.
Creating new land when there is all this land nobody is using. What? Of course, Atlantropa had a few small issues that needed some ironing out, such as
I'm
catastrophic
Polish,
effects
but
on climate,
that was
the mass
funny.
extinction of
It was
Mediterranean
funny.
marine life, and the lack of enough concrete in the world at the time to actually construct the thing. Oh, and there's a small fact that the homes of millions and the power of an entire continent were solely subject to the proper operation of a single dam holding back a literal ocean. Can you imagine the catastrophe?
It would
if
have
a
been
swirl from
Noah's
Ice Age
flood.
stumbled upon it? Zorgel continued to promote his project.
It would have
until
been
his
like
death in
Noah's flood if that
1952, with his
dam
beloved Atlantropa
failed.
losing all its steam with him. But hey, now that the name is open for the taking, I say we try that water park idea. I actually went ahead and took a crack at the design. It's themed after the movie Atlantis the Lost Empire, which features dynamite-wielding Italians, making it objectively the best animated Disney movie. I'm thinking we can build a thing in Poland because God knows they deserve a break. If a colossal water park can't line up a place that depressing, I don't know what will. Perhaps a gay bomb. Yeah, 10 stars.
Don't you fucking dare. Also, I'm not 100% sure if this is true, but I'm quite sure that if they actually did drain so much of the Mediterranean, all the land which would be exposed would just be basically a desert and full of salt. So the soil would be unusable. It would not be usable for farmland. You wouldn't be able to grow anything there, I'm quite sure. A lot of these things were just completely stupid and insane, so that's why they didn't happen. Except for the first one. The pyramid was actually a good idea in my opinion. But, you know, it's the British. They can never get anything done. Just look at the current British government and what they've done in the last 20 years. What was it? Pretty much nothing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. If you want to see more reactions, check out this video right here. And with that, I hope I'll see you in the next video.